Artificial intelligence is no longer science fiction, it's here, woven into the fabric of our daily lives in ways we could only imagine a decade ago. From the way we work to how we communicate, AI is transforming our world at breakneck speed, touching every industry and every corner of society. This week, AI dominated headlines like never before, triggering mass layoffs, a dramatic government standoff, and wild swings in the stock market that left investors on edge. Block, a major tech company, openly blamed AI for letting go thousands of employees, raising fears about job security everywhere and sparking heated debates about the future of work. Meanwhile, Anthropic, one of the world's leading AI firms, found itself in a high-stakes clash with the US government over the ethical use and control of its powerful technology. The president himself stepped in, escalating the conflict and highlighting just how high the stakes have become, not just for tech companies, but for society as a whole. These events signal a profound shift. AI is now a force reshaping every aspect of our lives, from the workplace to our homes, and even the way governments operate. We saw AI's double-edged sword in action. On one hand, it brings incredible efficiency and sparks innovation at a pace never seen before. On the other, it threatens jobs and raises tough ethical dilemmas that society must urgently address. Anthropic's AI, Claude, now handles complex tasks in design, finance, and even decision-making, showing both the immense promise and the potential risks of handing over critical work to machines. The stock market reacted nervously with wild fluctuations and uncertainty, even as tech giants posted record profits, highlighting the unpredictable impact of AI on the global economy. Understanding these events is crucial. They offer a glimpse into a future shaped by AI, where opportunities and challenges are evolving faster than ever before. In this video, we'll break down the Block layoffs, the Anthropic-Pentagon standoff, and the market's reaction, helping you make sense of a rapidly changing landscape. We'll also explore the latest AI advancements, what they mean for your career, your investments, and your everyday life, and how you can prepare for what's coming next. This was a week that may be remembered as a turning point in the age of AI. A moment when the world woke up to both its promise and its peril. Let's dive in and unpack what it all means. The first shockwave hit when Block, the company behind Cash App and Square, announced layoffs for 40% of its workforce, an announcement that sent ripples far beyond Silicon Valley. Overnight, the tech world was forced to confront a new reality. The age of artificial intelligence was no longer a distant future, but a present force reshaping the very foundation of work. Over 4,000 jobs were gone in a single stroke. The reason? AI. Not a market crash, not a merger, just the relentless march of technology, now capable of doing what once took thousands of human hands. Co-founder Jack Dorsey explained that new intelligence tools made the company so efficient, it simply didn't need as many people. He described a future where algorithms and automation could handle tasks that once required entire departments. This wasn't about cutting costs in the traditional sense. It was a fundamental restructuring, a complete reimagining of how a company operates when AI's capabilities are placed at the core of its strategy. For years, experts and analysts debated if AI would ever truly replace human workers, or if it would simply augment them. Theories and predictions filled conferences and headlines. Block just made it reality. The debate was over. The world had a concrete example of AI-driven job loss on a massive scale. Dorsey predicted that most companies will soon follow, turning Block's move into a warning for workers everywhere. He spoke openly about a future where AI isn't just a tool, but the backbone of entire industries. The announcement sent shockwaves through the global labor market, sparking fears of mass unemployment and igniting urgent conversations in boardrooms and break rooms alike. Workers in finance, customer service, and beyond began to wonder, am I next? The uncertainty spread quickly, as people realized that no industry was truly safe from automation's reach. Unlike quiet tech upgrades that happened behind the scenes, Block put AI front and center as the reason for layoffs. There was no sugarcoating, no hiding behind vague statements, just a clear message that the future had arrived. This forced a bigger conversation about the future of work. Suddenly, everyone, from CEOs to new graduates, was asking what skills would matter in a world run by intelligent machines. How do we prepare for a world where AI can do so many jobs? What does it mean for education, for career planning, for the dreams of the next generation? Block's decision is more than a business move. It's an alarm bell, a wake-up call for workers, leaders, and policymakers everywhere. The AI-driven transformation of the workforce is happening now, and it's accelerating. The question is no longer if, but how fast, and whether we're truly ready for what comes next. Block's layoffs weren't just numbers, they were lives upended. Many affected were in white-collar roles once thought safe from automation. The psychological impact is real. Fear, instability, and survivor's guilt haunt those left behind. Dorsey's prediction that other companies will follow has millions questioning their job security. The speed of this shift is unprecedented. AI is changing the value of human labor almost overnight. Companies must now consider their responsibility to help displaced workers adapt. We're entering a new era where machines can do the thinking for us. How do we build a society where people still find purpose and security? While workers reeled from layoffs, another drama unfolded in Washington. Anthropic, a top AI research firm, faced off with the Pentagon over how its AI, Claude, could be used. Anthropic drew two red lines. Claude would not be used for autonomous weapons or mass surveillance of U.S. citizens. These rules address deep fears about killer robots and government overreach. By refusing to cross these lines, Anthropic prioritized ethics over profit, even if it meant losing lucrative contracts. In a competitive industry, this was a bold move. Most companies chase government deals. Anthropic chose principles. CEO Dario Amodei and his team decided some uses of AI are simply too dangerous. Their stand set the stage for a major confrontation with the government. Would ethics or power win out? The Pentagon pushed back hard against Anthropic's ethical stance, making it clear that the stakes were far higher than a simple business disagreement. Behind closed doors, top military officials debated how to respond to what they saw as a dangerous precedent, one that could undermine their ability to leverage cutting-edge AI for national security. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth demanded full access to Claude for all lawful military uses, invoking the Defense Production Act to force compliance. He argued that in times of global uncertainty, the government could not afford to be hamstrung by a private company's ethical code, no matter how well-intentioned. Hegseth set a strict deadline and threatened to cancel Anthropic's $200 million contract if they refused to cooperate. The message was unmistakable: comply, or face immediate and severe financial consequences. Worse, he warned that Anthropic could be labeled a supply chain risk, cutting them off from huge swaths of business. Such a designation would not only jeopardize their government contracts, but also scare off private sector partners and investors, threatening the company's very survival. Anthropic faced a stark choice: abandon its principles and comply with the Pentagon's demands, or risk financial ruin and isolation from the broader tech ecosystem. The pressure was immense, and the company's leadership knew that whatever decision they made would set a precedent for the entire industry. Despite the mounting pressure and the very real threat to his company's future, CEO Dario Amodei stood firm. He called a press conference and publicly rejected the Pentagon's ultimatum, making it clear that Anthropic would not compromise its core values, even in the face of government threats. "Threats do not change our position," he declared, his voice unwavering. Amodei's statement sent shockwaves through both Silicon Valley and Washington, signaling that Anthropic was prepared to fight for its principles, no matter the cost. This was a rare moment, a tech company refusing to bow to government demands, even when the consequences could be catastrophic. Employees watched anxiously, knowing their livelihoods and the company's future hung in the balance. The standoff became a test of wills. Could a private company hold the line against the full might of the U.S. government, or would the Pentagon's power ultimately force Anthropic to yield? The ball was now in the Pentagon's court. Military leaders weighed their next move, aware that their response could reshape the relationship between tech and government for years to come. But the conflict was about to escalate even further, as both sides dug in and prepared for a showdown that would reverberate far beyond the walls of either institution. The stakes had never been higher. The world was watching, and the next move could change everything. What would happen next? As tensions peaked, President Trump intervened. On Truth Social, he ordered all federal agencies to stop using Anthropic's technology, expanding the ban beyond the military. Agencies were given 6 months to phase out Anthropic's products. The president's move, turned a contract dispute into a national policy showdown. He warned of severe civil and criminal consequences if Anthropic didn't comply. The threat of legal action raised the stakes dramatically. Now, the conflict was a public spectacle, a tech company targeted by the president for refusing to bend. This raises big questions about whether tech firms can maintain independence and ethics under government pressure. The battle lines were drawn. The AI turmoil spilled onto Wall Street, rattling investors. The week began with an 800-point drop in the Dow, triggered by a viral fictional blog post about AI making white-collar jobs obsolete. Stocks of companies mentioned in the story tumbled, showing just how nervous the market is about AI disruption. Later, Nvidia reported record profits, but even that couldn't calm investors. Expectations for AI are sky high, so high that even great news wasn't enough. Fears of an AI-driven stock bubble grew as tech stocks sold off. The market's wild swings reflect deep uncertainty about AI's future. Hype and fear are driving volatility. Amid the chaos, AI technology kept advancing. Anthropic updated Claude, giving it new abilities in design, HR, and wealth management. Claude can now work inside business software like Excel and PowerPoint, making AI a hands-on assistant, not just a chatbot. But Anthropic also loosened its core safety policy, citing fierce competition. The move highlights the tension between ethics and market pressure. Even principled companies face tough trade-offs to stay ahead. The same week Anthropic drew ethical red lines. It relaxed safety rules to compete. The race for AI dominance is forcing companies to constantly balance responsibility and survival. This dynamic will shape AI's future. This week revealed just how fast AI is reshaping our world. Block's layoffs made the threat to white-collar jobs immediate and real. Anthropic's standoff with the government spotlighted the ethical stakes of powerful technology. The stock market's wild swings showed our collective uncertainty about AI's impact. We face a choice: harness AI's benefits or let its risks spiral out of control. Companies, governments, and individuals must decide how to use this tool, wisely or recklessly. The path ahead isn't set. It depends on the choices we make now. Our challenge: ensure AI serves humanity, not the other way around. The future is being written by us and by AI.